Good morning and welcome to week 4 of the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge. If you've been here before, you might notice my voice is a little off. Our house is going through rhinovirus right now, which is thankfully the first big illness we've had this school year. And so just bear with me through this video. Today is Sunday and it's like -30 wind chill out. So I'm throwing together a beef and vegetable soup with barley. So I'm just browning a pound of ground beef, and I found this partial bag of a few red potatoes left in the fridge. So I'm going to use those and get them all chopped up. Going to use some dried minced onion instead of chopping up an onion today. And of course, with any good soup, you have to have garlic. Is some tomato juice. I have been working on processing all the tomatoes out of the freezer from this year's garden. I was able to harvest 350 pounds of tomatoes this year, and a good chunk of them ended up in the freezer. So I'm probably be posting a video on that within the next week. So I'm going to add that in as my broth. I had found 2 boxes of this quick barley, so I thought I'd throw it in and add some extra nutrients. Gotta love my freeze-dried veggies. So easy. I will always have these on hand. I decided to add more of this tomato juice. I wish I would have added it all because it ends up pretty thick because that barley and also the freeze-dried veggies will absorb a lot of that. Also added some parsley. And of course, my favorite thing to do is to stick it in the crock pot, turn it on, and come back when we're ready to eat. Overall, this was really good. It had a good flavor. It was just rather thick at the end, so I wish I would have used the whole half gallon of liquid. This is our household caretaker right now. This is Bandit. He's our mini Australian Shepherd. He's always right next to us, wherever we're at, floor, chair, sometimes even sitting on top of us. We love him and we're grateful for him. It is now Monday. It is MLK Day. It's also an in-service day for teachers, so we do not have school, which means I don't have work. So I decided today, because it is still negative 25 wind chill, that I wanted comfort food. So when hubby got home from work, we could both just eat something warm and comforting. So I'm going to try biscuits and gravy, which I haven't made in probably 7 years. These were not the best drop biscuits, so once I find one I really like, I'll share that. I had so many ideas of stuff I wanted to make this week, but sickness got in the way, so hopefully I can get those in next week's video. I'm pretty excited about it. So I guess I don't have a cookie dough scoop big enough, so I ended up using this ice cream scoop. It worked, but it was kind of hard to get out, I'll be honest. So while those are baking in the oven, I'm going to throw together the gravy part of the gravy. And I don't have breakfast sausage, I just have regular ground pork. So I'm going to brown that up and just add seasonings to it to make it similar to breakfast sausage. So I'm going to start with some salt and just a little bit of red pepper flakes. Some sage, ground sage. And some marjoram. A little bit of black pepper. And I'll throw that in and use it to season up my ground pork. I'm not going to add any sweetener because I do not want a sweet gravy. I'm going to add a little bit of butter in so it can melt with the grease from the pork. And then just like you would do normally, flour, throw your milk in, and let it thicken as you stir it. My biscuits came out and I'm pretty proud because they're hot and my gravy's almost done. So I think I timed that pretty good. And I wanted more of like a peppered gravy, so I added a bunch of pepper to it. The biscuits tasted fine, even on their own. I tried a bite and it was fine on its own, but it's not one that I'd want to pick up, put butter on it and just eat it. But it worked pretty well in this application. And they browned up really nice. So I'm just going to split the biscuits and put some sausage gravy over it, and there's dinner. And it's Tuesday, and I really wanted pancakes, so found this box chilling in the pantry. Needs used. It's past 8 by a couple months, so we're having pancakes tonight. I like to swirl in a little maple syrup in my batter because I generally don't put maple syrup on my son's pancakes. We use a lot of jams or jellies to top his pancakes. Gets that extra fruit in him, and I don't know. We just have so much of it, we might as well use it for more than just, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. This ended up giving us 5 of these small pancakes, which was perfect. It is now Wednesday, it's mid-morning, breakfast did not go well, and I don't think lunch will either. So I'm going to make some quick smoothies out of freeze-dried bananas and freeze-dried blueberries that I had powdered up, and some yogurt I found in the fridge, and hope that it goes down a little better for him. Or from the future, he did end up drinking about a third of it, and I will take that as a win. I'm going to do mine the exact same way, except I'm going to add these freeze-dried cheesecake bites to it and ice because I want mine a little thicker. The addition of those cheesecake bites was amazing. We ended up getting some snow today. It was only supposed to be like a trace to an inch. I think it was closer to 2. And it likes to run the fence with the chickens, which is why you see the trees all destroyed. And somehow he ripped off part of the plastic. I just need to get out there and re-staple it on. But he comes out with me every night and locks the girls up and checks for eggs. I thought my little girl here was going to try and become broody, but I think she was just waiting to get on the roosting bar. So I got her out of the way. 2 eggs today, not too bad. But I always check and make sure they're all in there. Where's Dorothy? Bandit. Hey, let's take our eggs in. Come on. Let's go. It's Wednesday, and we're really starting to feel it. So I've had these chicken noodle soups in the pantry for way too long, and it's time to get them out, so I can refill the pantry with my own version. So that's dinner tonight. Thank you to the bowl in the microwave. Right now it's just Oliver and I. It's actually pretty early. My husband is still working, but we're just exhausted. So we're going to go ahead and eat without him. Daddy can reheat as soon as he gets home. Soup, Gatorade, and Pedialyte for the win tonight. Today was probably our worst day, and so we just got into the emergency chicken nuggets, and it was great. It is Friday, and at this point in the week, I am over soup and nuggets, and I need something a little bit more filling. So I'm going to do like a Mongolian beef, but with rice noodles and broccoli. So I've got my rice noodles cooking. First, I just want to use one pan. So once these are done, I'm going to drain them, rinse them in cool water, and just leave them set aside so I can get my beef going. So I'm going to brown my beef. Once that's ready, I'm going to add some garlic and get that cooking. I also, while the beef was going, I thinly sliced some onion that I will add in as well. So I'm going to add in about a tablespoon of toasted sesame oil, along with a couple tablespoons of brown sugar. You could also use honey. I went ahead and added about a quarter cup of hoisin, followed by about a quarter cup of soy sauce. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of ground ginger to it, and then also some of that Japanese barbecue sauce that we love from Costco. Now I'm going to add in those noodles again and give it all a big stir. I found one bag of the broccoli steamable left in the freezer, so I popped that in the microwave, and when it's done I will add it in as well. This was really good. After talking it over with my husband, we both kind of agreed we liked it better with the traditional long strips of beef. But if you needed to use a pound of ground beef up, this is really good and worth it in my opinion as well. I did top ours with some bang bang sauce to try and clear up the sinuses a little bit. It is Saturday and we're having pancakes again. Only this time I'm gonna use some freeze-dried blueberries to add a little flavor and some fruit to it, and they were really good. Thanks for joining me for another video for this 4th week of the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge, and I hope everyone stays healthy, and I hope we get healthy enough to enjoy week number 5 next week. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll catch you next week.